Many people out there feel my life is now very boring, and they try everything to change it because they think that having boring life is
the opposite of what you should have.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have a boring life. Not be that person in the group who doesn't do anything or doesn't have any stories to tell. And especially in the modern life with social media, it starts to feel like you are that person 24/7 because you see all these nice pictures, videos from other people, your friends, acquaintances, that people are having this amazing lifestyle. And what you do, we just sit at home, scroll the phone,
no.
Instagram. So it starts to feel exactly like that. So what we see on social media is actually usually the tip of the iceberg of most people's lives. We don't see the struggles or daily boring activities that they do or whatever. We just see the fun moments, the peak of their days or their weeks or months. And the same is with TV series, for example.
Or movies.
Yeah, I made this realization watching How I Met Your Mother that mostly they don't show them working and doing boring stuff at home, you know, cleaning or washing dishes, whatever. They just show them having fun, drinking with friends.
From here on in, every single night of our lives will be a night we'll never forget, starting tonight.
I mean, that's kind of logical because as a viewer, why would you be interested in
Yeah.
watching them,
Exactly.
I don't know, working?
Exactly. I mean, it wouldn't make any sense. But actually, if you think of it, human life is pretty boring. You know, not every day something amazing happens as in movies or whatever. Usually just day passes and it was basically the same as yesterday. Maybe you met some friend that you didn't meet yesterday, but usually it's pretty much the same. You feel pretty much the same way. And I think that we shouldn't feel so anxious about this, that our life shouldn't look like that they should look something more. I think we should kind of normalize the boring life again.
From my perspective, not necessarily something new or different should happen in your life to make your life interesting.
Yeah.
Like the concept of boring can be very broad. So for some people, a boring life is a life where you cannot get to travel every week or every month, or you have to go to party every night.
Yeah.
And that's like not having a boring life. But for some people, it's even okay to stay home and reading a book and watching a movie, and still that's not.
Yeah, like that's the perfect way to relax and have fun.
Yeah.
And have the unboring life.
So that's
true.
like I think what is very difficult nowadays when we are exposed to social media and movies that show us a lot of things that involve this fun, like partying or going drinking outside or traveling, is the blueprint. While who decides what's boring life? You can set your own boundaries, your own limits, your own blueprints.
Yeah, your definitions, what is even boring and what is fun. I think it's exactly different for anybody. And I don't think that you should live the exciting life of somebody else. I think you should live the life that you want to have yourself. And I think that's exactly why if you think that you have a boring life, you should think, well, do I? Is it actually I who think I have a boring life, or would you just like to have the social validation from other people that, okay, this guy, he definitely doesn't have a boring life. And even if you do still, what does it matter? Like if you're satisfied with yourself, I think that's everything that matters.
Yeah, and if you are not satisfied because you actually want your life to have more variety and you actually think, okay, maybe for other people this is not a boring life, but it's for me because I have different expectations. I want to have other things in my life. There are some things that you can actually do to implement more variety in your life, so you don't perceive it as boring.
If you feel like every day looks the same, then you can think of, okay, what would kind of break that pattern? Is there something you could do, like new habit or new hobby, new something that you could do and start to kind of to learn something new? Because usually you don't get immediately like motivated to do something by just out of nowhere. You need to kind of first do something and then you get super into it. You get like sucked into the new thing and then everything just starts to feel like whole new kind of. So it could be exactly a new hobby, new sport that you start with some friend, or like club, for example, where you do creative stuff. What would you like to have? What you feel like you are missing? Not what would make, for example, good social media pictures or great stories. Just what would you like to do with your life to make it more interesting?
And try to keep in mind that there will always be that moment in which, even if you tried your new hobby and you are keeping this new hobby for, I don't know, like several months, it will come again, maybe the point in which you feel, okay, this is not anymore variety, it became a routine. So it's as well sometimes your attitude towards the routine, the boring life, that makes the difference.
Just understand that life is like this. You can make it different if you want, but you don't have to.
Life is not just made out of fun and different moments.
Yeah.
It's made as well of those little things that all over the days and the years repeat.
Yeah, and even a boring life is perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with that.
If you are fine with that.
Yeah, if you are fine with that. Make sure to check out this video because it will tell you 3 most important things that you need to start making more out of your life.
Make sure as well to stay kind and meaningful in your own beautiful journey. See you next time.
Ciao.
Ciao.